Good afternoon. My name is Carolyn Callaghan, and I'm with the Canadian Wildlife Federation. And today I'll be talking about our new Monarch restoration project. And I just want to say before I start that it's really inspiring to be here amongst you trailblazers. We're in the nascence in Canada for large-scale restoration. We're learning a lot, and you're going to save us years of effort. Okay, so this is a map that shows concentration of monarch in Canada, and where you see the biggest clump, that's Ontario and Quebec. So that's also the region that has very intensive agriculture. That's our corn and soybean growing, so Roundup-ready corn and soy grows in that area. So as far as conservation status for monarch, they're listed currently as a species of special concern under our federal legislation. But COSEWIC is a body that does the recommendation for listing, and they have recommended for endangered status. That was done in 2016, and the Canadian government is now in the process of making that decision. That may not come out until after our federal election of 2019. So in the management strategy for monarch, widespread use of herbicides, pesticides, and succession of breeding and nectaring habitat are considered medium to high risks. And our project are concentrating on the widespread use of herbicides and the conversion of habitat. So given that monarch use corridors and they have migratory pathways, we thought the good place to start would be corridors, right-of-way corridors, and by converting them to pollinator meadow habitat. So with funding from the Ontario Trillium Foundation, and thank you to the Gamblers of Ontario funding pool, we have money to start this project. We have three really solid partners: the National Capital Commission, which is a federal entity based in the nation's capital in Ottawa, and they manage trails and green space. Lanark County, which is one of our municipal counties, managing roadways, and Hydro One, Ontario's hydroelectric distribution company. So all of these partners have habitat connectivity, 236 kilometers of pathways for the NCC in the Ottawa area, 562 kilometers of roadways in Lanark County, and 30,000 kilometers of hydro line for Hydro One. And if you look at this map, you can see the corridors going right down to the Canada-U.S. border. So one of the challenges that these entities, and in particular the roadways, that's occurring right now in eastern Ontario is wild parsnip, an alien invasive that creates monocultures and elbows out the native species. And to manage that, and because there's some risk to human health because it can cause burning, skin burning for some people, they've been mowed very frequently and heavily sprayed with herbicides. And what has happened is there's very little habitat left for any pollinator species, including monarch. It's mostly cool season grasses that have prevailed. They've done a fair job at getting rid of the wild parsnip, but it hasn't been a favor to the pollinators. So our project objective is to create monarch restoration sites on the right-of-ways and roadways, to experiment with different types of restoration. For example, the NCC will not use herbicides. It has to be organic methods. And then to document both the ecological benefits and the financial costs and labor costs, and then to communicate those results broadly among other right-of-way managers. So our sites are located in and around Ottawa. And we have done, site preparation has been done, vegetation management surveys have been done. And what will be done in the spring, we've done the collection of some native seeds to supplement the purchase. And the spring seeding will occur this spring, and then in the very early spring we'll be holding a technical workshop where we'll be inviting other right-of-way managers and our partners to join us and learn together and bringing experts around the table. So we're here, as I mentioned, for the learning. Holly Bickerton is my colleague. the two of us are here to learn from you, to get to know you. So I really encourage you to come find us and share your knowledge with us. In particular, we would love to know how you've managed to build markets for native seeds. There isn't much in Canada at all. And most of the seed producers say, well, unless there's a real incentive for us to grow our business, we're not going to be doing it, because the lowest bidder is the one that has the most seeds, and that's out of the U.S. We're looking for learning the most efficient way to scale up restoration. We're starting at a very small scale, but we have a big vision to create pathways all the way down to the Canada-U.S. border. And also we're in an early stage of fundraising. If any of you know creative solutions for fundraising, any American foundations who may be interested in funding Canadian projects, we would be very interested in knowing about that. So here's our sign, and we want to also thank very much our partners that have come forward on this project. Thank you.